Hello students, I am Kirti Bhosle, working as Assistant Professor in N.M. Navale Sinhagad College of Engineering, Solapur. And I am dealing with the subject Structural Mechanics 3, that is Structural Analysis of Indeterminate Structure. Our today's topic is Stiffness Matrix Method, Part 2. We will see analysis of beams with degree of kinematic indeterminacy 2. We will see the examples of different types. Okay, so these are the standard slope deflection equation that we have already discussed during our last lecture, but I have given here for your ready reference. This is the standard slope deflection equation with other end fixed or continuous, and this is second set, that is modified slope deflection equation when other support is hinge, roller or simple support. So we will go one by one. Example 1, first type of example. So you can see in question diagram, A fixed end, B continuous support, C end support and roller support. So step 1, DKI, degree of kinematic indeterminacy, which is degrees of freedom 3 into number of joints A, B, C 3 minus support reactions 5. Okay, so total is 4. So you know degree of kinematic indeterminacy is unknown displacements. Okay, and it will be delta and theta. So what are these 4 unknowns, 4 displacements? Theta B, theta C, delta Bx, delta Cx. So neglecting the axial deformation, yes, we will left with dki is equal to 2, and which is rotation at B and rotation at C. Okay, these will be the redundants. Then go to step 2. Step 2 is generate P matrix. Okay, what is P? P is the action at the point of redundance due to external loads. Okay, so we are having the 2 points of redundance, redundant at B and redundant at C. Okay, so what is the redundant? Theta, theta at B and theta at C. So we will go one by one. Yes, P is nothing but it is the force required to produce the displacement. Okay, so what is force at B? That is at first redundant. What is force at B? Yes, redundant is theta B, and the corresponding force will be moment. Moment is required to produce rotation. Therefore, total moment at B will be equal to P1. Okay, and total moment at C due to external load will be having value of P2. Okay, so we will go one by one. First take P1. Okay, what is total P1? Yes, fixed end moment MFBA due to loading on span AB, and fixed end moment, yes, fixed end moment MFBC due to point load on BC span. Okay, so what is this? First is clockwise moment PL by 8 plus PL by 8 because it is central point load. Okay, and second is, yes, this second moment is minus PL by 8. Again it is central point load, therefore minus PL by 8. So putting the respective values P and L, we will have the value of P1 as 4T. Okay, now for P2, yes, for P2, that is action at second point of redundant due to external load. Okay, so this is the action moment at C. Okay, because theta C is the redundant and corresponding action will be moment at C. Okay, so moment at C, clockwise, what will be the value? Yes, it is central point load acting on BC, therefore plus PL by 8, clockwise, therefore plus PL by 8, and which is 60. Okay, so we have derived P matrix as column matrix 40 and 60 with the 2 elements 40, 60. Okay, now go to step 3, generate stiffness matrix. Okay, in that part A, yes, what is first redundant? Theta B. We have to provide action at B such that theta will be positive. Okay, so for theta to get produced, we have to provide moment at B. Okay, clockwise for span AB and clockwise for span BC. Okay, and as this is part A, therefore J is equal to 1. Okay, so this will be the moment at B will be S11 and this will be L and right for BC span. Okay, and this theta C is 0 because all other displacement should be equal to 0. Here theta B is 1 and theta C should be 0. Okay, therefore this is fixed end. C is fixed end now. Okay, therefore this S11R will be carried over to C as 50%. Okay, so this will be S21. Okay, so first you will get value of S11. S11 is S11L plus S11R. Again 4EI by L plus 4EI by L for both the span and value is EI. Okay, now S21 second element of stiffness matrix S21 is equal to half of S11R. Okay, half moment is carried over, therefore S1 half of S11R 0.25 EI. Okay, step part A is over, then go to part B. What is second redundant? Second redundant is theta C. Therefore, apply clockwise moment at C to produce theta C equal to 1 and of course other displacement that is theta B should be equal to 0. Okay. So, theta C for theta C equal to 1 apply moment at C, clockwise moment at C and this will be transferred to B end. Now it is fixed end because theta B should be 0. Therefore, half will be carried over. Okay, so and for this step J is equal to 2. Therefore moment at C will be S22 and moment at B will be S12. Okay, so first you will get value of S22 which is 4 EI by L 0.5 EI and S12 will be half of S22 which is 0.25 EI. Now we have derived stiffness matrix EI taken outside the matrix. Okay. Now next step is find unknown displacement using stiffness equation. P plus K delta equal to 0. Yes, this is PD, but PD is 0 in this case because there is no rotation of support and no sinking of support. Therefore PD is 0. Okay, so put the respective values P matrix, S matrix, R matrix or theta displacement matrix equal to 0. Okay, so you can solve these on your calculator and find out theta B value and theta C value divided by EI. Okay, now go to next step, that is find final moment using slope deflection equation. Now you can remember easily that a slope deflection equation we have to use depending on the support conditions. Okay, so we will go one by one. MAB, yes, what should be MAB? Yes, for AB part A is near support, B is another support. Okay, so and B is continuous support, so we have to use standard slope deflection equation. Therefore MAB is equal to MFAB plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B. Now here theta as A is fixed end, no rotation is allowed, therefore theta A will tend to 0 and then put value of MFAB. What is this MFAB? Yes, due to this central point load anti-clockwise minus PL by 8. Therefore minus 100 plus 2 EI by 8 into, yes, this 2 theta A tends to 0 and put the value of theta B and find final moment MAB. Okay. Now on the similar lines, yes, you can see for MBA in this diagram MBA. Okay, for MBA B is near support, A is other support and A is fixed. So again standard slope deflection equation, normal slope deflection equation. Okay, so MBA is equal to MFBA plus 2 EI by L theta A plus 2 theta B. Again theta A is 0, A is fixed support. MFBA is plus PL by 8 central point load, so plus 100 plus 2 EI by putting all the values you will have value of final moment MBA. Okay, next MBC. For MBC, yes, we have to go again in the diagram. Okay, so MBC is, for MBC, B is near support, C is other support, and it is end roller support. Therefore, we have to use modified slope deflection equation. Okay, so we will use that equation, yes, for MBC. MBC is equal to MFBC minus MFCB by 2 plus 3EI by L into theta B. MFBC is anticlockwise moment due to central point load minus PL by 8. Okay, and put the respective values and find out final moment MBC. Okay, and according to modified slope deflection equation, MCB is equal to 0. So we have got all the final moment values, and with the help of these final moment values, yes, if it is plus, then you have to take and clockwise, and if it is minus, then transfer it in on your FBD as anti-clockwise. Okay, so now you can always find out by regular practice, that is find support reactions with the help of equilibrium equations one by one. Okay, so now here you have got all the support reactions, and subsequently by normal method you can, by normal practice you can plot SFD and BMD. Okay, so this was the first example. Now go to example 2. Okay, so here A is end roller support, B is intermediate support, and C is fixed support. But note here that EI is different for both the spans, 2I for AB and 1.5I for BC. Okay, go to step 1. Find out degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So degrees of freedom 3 into number of joints 3 minus total support reaction 5, so 4, and unknowns are rotation at A, yes, you have to be very careful, rotation at A, rotation at B, and delta A in x direction and delta B in x direction, and neglecting axial deformations, yes, dki will be 2, and which is rotation at A and rotation at B. Okay, theta A, theta B. Now go to step 2. We have to generate P matrix. Okay, so what will be P matrix here? P is the value which will be calculated as action due to external load, and of course at the point of redundant. So our first point of redundant is A. Okay, and it is theta A. So the corresponding action is moment at A. Okay, clear? Now, and the second point of redundant is C, and redundant is theta C. Therefore, theta B, and therefore to action required is, or the force produced is moment, total moment at B, clockwise due to this UDL, and anti-clockwise due to this central point load. Okay, so we will go one by one. First is, yes, P1 value is moment at A, okay, which is fixed end moment due to UDL minus WL square by 12 minus 72. Okay, then P2 will be the total fixed end moment at B. Okay, so this will be plus WL square by 12 and minus PL by 8 minus 3. Okay, so we have derived P matrix minus 72 minus 3. Now go to step 3, generate stiffness matrix. In that part A, yes, what is our first redundant? Theta A. So theta A should be equal to 1. So for that purpose we have to apply clockwise moment at A to produce theta A equal to 1, and of course other displacement should be 0, that is theta B and theta C should be equal to 0. Therefore concentrate on this diagram. Yes, we have applied moment at A and it has been transferred to B because B is now fixed support. because theta B should be equal to 0, theta A equal to 1. Okay, and this is first step, A part, therefore J is equal to 1. So this moment will be at A will be S11 and at B will be S21. First you will get value of S11 4ei by L. I is 2i here, please note that, and you will get value of S11. Then S21 is, which is half carried over from A, that is half of S11. Okay, now go to part B. Our second redundant is theta B. Okay, and to produce theta B equal to 1, we have to apply clockwise moment at B, and of course other displacement should be equal to 0, therefore A end will become fixed support. Okay, now J is equal to 2. Okay, now clockwise moment A for span AB, clockwise moment for span BC. So this will be S22 and this L and R. Okay, for span AB L and for span BC R. Okay, and this will be carried over to A and it will be called as S12. Okay, so first you will get a value of S22, 4ei by L plus 4ei by L, put the respective value and find out S22. Then S12, yes, what will be this S12? This will be half of S22L. Okay, half of S22L. You will get this value. Now, yes, we have derived stiffness matrix EI taken outside. Okay, now go to step 4, stiffness equation. P plus K delta equal to 0. Yes, this is PD. PD is again 0 because here no rotation of support and no sinking of support. So put the respective values of P matrix, stiffness matrix, redundant matrix and 0, null matrix, and find out value of theta A and theta B divided by EI. Okay. Now go to step 5, final moment using slope deflection equation. Now we will see one by one. Yes, for AB, yes, for AB, A is near end and B is far end, but A is end roller support, therefore we have to use modified slope deflection equation. MAB equal to 0. Now MBA, for MBA, B is near end and A is far end and it is roller support, therefore again modified slope deflection equation. MFBA minus MFAB by 2 plus 3EI by L into theta B. MFBA is fixed end moment due to UDL. Okay, so plus 72, and MFAB will be fixed end moment again due to UDL at of course at end A, therefore minus WL square by 12. Okay, so now putting all the respective values, you will have this value of MBA. Now go to third value, MBC. Again check the support conditions. Okay, MBC. So for MBC, B is near end, C is far end and it is fixed support. Therefore we will use standard, that is normal slope deflection equation. MFBC plus 2EI by L theta B plus 2 theta C. Again C is fixed support, therefore this theta C will tend to 0. Putting the all values, we will have MBC value. And then for MCB, yes, for MCB again we have to use the standard normal slope deflection equation and you will get the value. Okay, now next step is support reactions by transferring these final moment values. As if it is minus, then take anti-clockwise, if it is plus, take clockwise, and find out all the support reactions using equilibrium equations, and subsequently you can draw SFD and BMD. Okay, so this was the second type of example. Now go to example 3. Okay, so you can see here 3 span continuous beam, A fixed support, B intermediate, C intermediate and D is again end fixed support. Okay, now step 1, degree of kinematic indeterminacy, degree of freedom 3, into number of joints A, B, C, D 4 minus support reactions, yes, 3, 1, 1, 3. So total support reactions 8. Okay, so total dki will be 4. So what are these? Rotation at B, rotation at C, and delta Bx, delta Cx, translation at B and translation at C in x direction. But this we can neglect because these values are very small. Therefore dki will remain 2, and it is rotation at B and rotation at C. Okay, so these are the two unknowns, the redundants you may say. Okay, then go to step 2, generate P matrix. Here what we'll do first, we will calculate fixed end moment for each span. Okay, for each span. So what will be the, we will go one by one. Yes, MFAB will be due to this central point load minus PAB square by L square. Then MFPA will be plus PA square B by L square. Then MFBC will be due to central point load minus PL by 8 plus PL by 8 again for AMFCD eccentric point load. So accordingly you will have the values. Okay, so values I have written over here for each fixed end moment. Now what will be P1? Yes, you have to remember what was our first redundant, theta at B and theta at C. So our P1 value will be at B and P2 value will be at C. Okay, so total fixed end moment at B is P1 and total fixed end moment at C is P2. Okay, so you are having these values and P matrix is developed. Okay, generated. Now go to step 3, generate stiffness matrix. Again part A is apply clockwise moment at B to produce theta B equal to 1 and other displacement theta C should be 0. So here part A, therefore J equal to 1, moment, clockwise moment. Okay, so this will be S11 and L R S21. Okay, so you will have first S11 value 4 EI by L plus 4 EI by L, then S21 half of S11 are 0.5 EI. Now go to part B, second redundant, theta C equal to 1. Therefore apply clockwise moment at C to produce theta C equal to 1 and theta B equal to 0. B end will become fixed support. Okay, therefore clockwise moment, and here J is equal to 2. Therefore S22, this will be L and R, and this will be carried over to half to support B. Now it is fixed support, therefore S12. Okay, so you will first get value of S22 4 EI by L and then S12 half of S22 L, and we have derived this stiffness matrix taking EI outside the matrix. Then next step is stiffness equation. P matrix plus stiffness matrix plus redundant matrix into redundant matrix is equal to 0. PD is 0. Okay, so you will get on solving these equations you will get theta B and theta C value. Yes, we know that in slope deflection in stiffness matrix method first we get the unknown displacements. Okay, and then we'll have the final moment value using slope deflection equation. Okay, so we will go one by one. MAB, A is fixed support and B another support, and it is intermediate support, continuous support. Therefore normal slope deflection equation, MFAB plus 2 EI by L 2 theta A plus theta B. A is fixed support, therefore theta A is 0, and putting all values you will get MAB. Then for MBA, yes, for MBA, B is near support, A is another support, and it is fixed support. Therefore again normal slope deflection equation, and you will get MBA value. Now MBC. Yes, for MBC, B is continuous support and C is also continuous support. So again you have to use the normal slope deflection equation. By putting all the values, you will get MBC value, and on the similar lines MCB value. Okay. Now for CD, yes, again we have to go to a diagram. Yes, for MCD, yes, C is continuous support and D is far end and it is fixed support. Therefore we have to use, for both the cases we have to use standard or normal slope deflection equation. So MFCD plus 2EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta D. D is fixed support, therefore 10 to 0 you will get final value, and then on the similar lines MDC value. Okay. So and according to this loading and free body diagram, which on which you will show the final moments which you have got in last step, you can always find out the support reaction by normal practice. Okay, using equilibrium equations, and subsequently you can draw SFD and BMD. You can cross check values with this with these diagrams. Okay. Now go to example 4. Example 4 is analysis of beam by stiffness method if support is sinking type of support. Okay. So here in this example, B sinks down by 20 mm and EI value is given 75 into 10 raised to 3 kilonewton meter square. Okay. So A is fixed support, B intermediate support, and C end roller support. Okay. So first step is to calculate degree of kinematic indeterminacy. On the similar lines you can always now find out it is 2. Okay. Neglecting axial deformation, of course. So 2 redundants, rotation at B and rotation at C. Now second step is generate P matrix. Okay. So here, yes, this is the point of differentiation. Here what is P? It is the moment value at B and C. But here fixed end moments are due to first due to external loads and due to sinking of support. Okay. So we will go one by one. First we will calculate fixed end moment at B and C due to external load. I have written here all the fixed end moment values. Okay, for span AB and for span BC according to the loading. Okay, so on both the span loading is central point load, therefore PL by it will be minus plus minus plus. Okay, so I have written the values over here. Okay, all the values. Then now second part in this step only, due to sinking of B. Okay, so you know what is the expression for sinking of moment due to sinking of support? 6 EI delta by L square. Okay, 6 EI delta by L square. Okay, so you can see here, yes, this will be anti-clockwise, therefore minus minus, and for BC span clockwise, therefore plus plus. Okay, so you will get P1 value as fixed end moment due to external load at point B plus fixed end moment due to sinking of support at point B. This will be P1 value. Okay, and what will be P2 value? Fixed end moment due to external load at C and fixed end moment at point C due to sinking of support. Okay, so here I have shown 150 and 240. Okay, because MFBA 210 minus 60 is 150 and MFCB due to external point load and due to sinking of support is 240. Okay, so we have generated P matrix. Okay, action due to external load and action due to sinking of support. Okay, now step 3, generate stiffness matrix. In that part A, first redundant is theta B. So we have to apply clockwise moment at B to produce theta B equal to 1, and of course other displacement theta C should be 0. Okay, so apply clockwise moment at B, clockwise moment at B. So this will get carried over to moment at B. Okay, so J is equal to 1. So therefore this will be moment at B will be S11 L and R, and moment at C will become S21. Okay, first you will get value of S11 4EI by L plus 4EI by L for both the spans, and then S21 equal to half of S11 R. Okay, now go to part B. What is our second redundant? Is theta C. We have to make this as unit. Therefore apply clockwise moment at C to produce theta C equal to 1, and other displacement, that is theta B, should be 0. B now become the fixed support. Okay, so for theta C equal to 1, apply moment at C, and it will get carried over to point B. B is now fixed support. J is equal to 2. Therefore moment at C will be S22 and moment at B will be S12. You will get value of S22 first, 4EI by L, 0.4 EI, and S12 is half of S22, and in this way we have derived stiffness matrix for this example. Okay, now go to step 4, that is stiffness equation. P plus S delta equal to 0. PD matrix is 0. Now theta B and theta C. Now yes, we will go one by one. Slope deflection equation. So MAB, yes, first we have to concentrate on diagram. What are the support conditions? Yes, for AB, A is fixed support, B is intermediate support. Therefore we have to use normal slope deflection equation. And for part BC, P is intermediate support or continuous support, but C is end roller support. Therefore for BC span we have to go by, or we have to use modified slope deflection equation. Okay, so go to that step. Yes, slope deflection equation. So MAB equal to MFAB plus 2EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B. A is fixed support, therefore theta A is 0. Okay, you will get this value. Then MBA, MFBA plus 2 EI by L into theta A plus 2 theta B. Again theta A is 0. Then MBC, we have to use modified slope deflection equation. Therefore MFBC minus MFCB by 2 plus 3 EI by L into theta B. Okay, and accordingly MCB equal to 0. Okay, now support reaction. To find support reaction using equilibrium equations. Okay, and subsequently draw SFD and BMD. Okay, so this was the fourth type of example, which was due to sinking of support. Okay, continuous beam with sinking of support. So we have covered in this lecture all the types with all support conditions, but degree of kinematic indeterminacy too. Okay, so now you can solve any type of example now.